Hello everyone, welcome back and welcome to day 20. We get to do a nice full body deep stretch today. So find a little bit of space to move, have all of your props close by just in case, and let's get started. So let's begin laying down, and if you want to lay on a pillow, go for it. And you can also do whatever you would like with your legs. Maybe you're going to make a diamond shape, or maybe you will keep your knees together. Plant your feet and heel toe your feet out wide, letting your knees fall towards one another. Perhaps you'll rest your arms at your sides or rest them above your head. And just taking a few breaths wherever you decided to go. Just allowing yourself to slow down your day. Soften through your shoulders and your hips. And just connecting, feeling, maybe even listening to your breath. And staying for just a little while longer if you do want to move your legs or even your arms, or stay exactly as you are. Just continue to slow down. Maybe noticing any thoughts on your mind. Let them come, let them go. And just notice how you are feeling so far today. And then you can start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, bringing your feet to your mat, your knees together if they're not already there. And if you're laying on something, you can slide it out. Move it to the side, lay down. Maybe adding a gentle rock of your knees, or maybe even a nice big hug of your knees towards your chest. Maybe a gentle tuck of your chin towards your collarbone to lengthen through the back of your neck a little bit more. Continue to let go of your day. When you are ready to roll over to one side or maybe rock forwards, you can come all the way over onto your hands and knees first. And in your tabletop, you might take a couple rocks of your hips side to side. And then we'll just slide forwards onto our tummies. And bring our left leg out to the side. So let's set up a half frog leg. Letting that left hip come down towards the floor. Maybe your knee is in line with your hip. And you can either relax your chest down on your mat, just rest your upper body completely. Or you can start to lift up, find your forearms for your Sphinx meets half frog. Dropping your shoulders from your ears. Breathing softness into your hips. And I'm going to give you a few options, of course, to take things deeper and deeper, only if you'd like to. So if your half frog wants to turn into a half straddle, you could start to send your leg out longer. And you might actually slide your foot a little closer, or heel toe your foot a little closer to the top corner of your mat maybe. Still letting the left hip find the ground. So still tipping that left hip down instead of rolling over to the right side. You might hang on to your leg, move it to a nice place where you feel good. No discomfort, just a nice stretch. The option to relax through the chest again, just melt it down, focus more on the legs. And you can also bend your back knee. Maybe catch your foot or use your strap. Hugging your heel towards your glute and just be mindful of that left leg if it's out long. You might have gone a little too far if you need to bend the knee again. If you did grab your back foot, slowly let that go. And if you straightened your left leg also, slowly let that go back into your half frog. A few more moments here, but you might come onto your forearms again. Sphinx meets half frog. Sinking into the hips. If you want to feel more love through your back, you're feeling good here. Widen your hands, join me in seal. Palms out a little bit further. Lifting the elbows up to lift the chest a little higher, but drop your shoulders from your ears and sink into the hips. If you've gone a little too far, you can always come back. Awesome work, you guys. Take one more inhale if your chest is lifted, and then slowly melt it down. You can slide your left leg in next to your right leg. Take a gentle rock of your knees side to side, rock of the hips side to side. Maybe it's your entire length of your legs kind of rocking. Maybe you'd rather be nice and still. But when you do feel good, to switch sides you can, and you can take a nice long break here. since we know where we are going. So your right leg, your knee can start to come out to the side for your half frog. Letting that right hip come down towards the floor. Decide if you'd like to relax through your upper body, rest your forehead even, or stay on your forearms for Sphinx. Tucking your elbows under your shoulders, dropping your shoulders from your ears, and softening through the hips. With the option to stay as you are, or maybe sending that right leg out longer. And maybe relaxing the chest down. And maybe bending your back leg. Or using your strap to catch your foot, to add in your quad, and checking on your right leg too, if you're adding in that left leg. Making any adjustments that you need, and then breathing, relaxing as much as you can. And then just slowly letting your back leg go first, and you can also bring your right leg back into your half frog if you sent it out longer. Set up your half frog, maybe come into the Sphinx with your upper body, or maybe seal. Hands out a little wider, lifting the elbows, sinking into the hips and dropping the shoulders from the ears. Feel the love going all the way up your spine. Staying for an inhale, and let the exhale bring your chest down. If it's lifted, you can slide your half frog leg in. Relax down for a moment, maybe take a gentle rock of the legs, the low body. Maybe no movement at all. When you're ready, just bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up into tabletop. Maybe take a rock of your hips side to side first. We're going to be bringing our right foot forwards and setting up for lizard. You might want to have your strap close by here. Sink into your lunge, send those hips forwards and down, and then heel toe your foot to the right side. Set up lizard. Bring your hands under your shoulders. The hips get heavy. You can stay here, chest facing forwards, both of your hands planted. You can add your twist if you'd like to add your twist to the right side. And if you want to try and catch your foot to add your back leg in, you can do that too. Maybe using your strap to make your arm longer. Nice job, you guys. If you have your back leg bent, slowly let it come down. You can heel toe your foot back to the middle of your mat. And just send your hips back. Point your toes up. Take a little half split. Just before we transition to the other side. So bend back into your front knee a little bit and then find your tabletop. Shake it out a little if you need to. And then your left foot can come forwards. Set up your lunge. Sink into your hips. And heel toe your foot over, setting up your lizard. Sinking those hips down. Staying here or adding a twist in. Or adding a quad stretch in your back leg in. Just finding your breath. Whatever you are doing, there's so many options. Just find your breath. And letting your back leg go, letting your twist go. If you are there, heel toe your foot back to the middle of your mat. Send your hips back, half split. Let go of the hips and find the hamstring, the calf. Awesome, you guys. Bend into that front knee a little bit so that you can make your way back into tabletop as well. Maybe take a couple rocks to the hips side to side. We're going to make our way onto our backs. So we can lay down. Taking your left hand, you're going to slide it under your back with your palm facing down, kind of under the side of your back just a little bit. And maybe stay laying on your back. Maybe let your knees tip over towards the left. Maybe lift your right shoulder and try to lay on your left side more and more, just until you feel that left arm and shoulder. And you're still able to relax. You haven't gone too far. You've gone just far enough. If your right shoulder is lifted, I want you to bring it back down and even reach your arm out a little bit to weigh down your shoulder. We can keep our left arm where it is if it's okay there, or you can take it out slowly, but staying in our twist with our knees falling to the left side. With your knees over to the left, lift them back up. And if your hand is still under your back, you can take it out from under you. Take a moment, as always, to check in with your body, especially that left arm and shoulder. Taking as much of a break as you need to before you start to take your right hand and slide it under your back with your palm facing down. Staying just like this, knees pointing up or letting them tip over towards the right. Maybe the left shoulder lifts too. Just finding that sweet spot. Finding the breath. If your left shoulder is lifted, bring it back down. Maybe reach your arm out a little wider. Setting up for your twist if you want to take your right arm out. Let the knees stay over to the right or fall over to the right. And slowly letting an inhale, bring your knees back up. Out of your twist, your hand, if it's under your back, slide it out too. Take a moment. Notice how you are feeling so far today. Maybe giving your knees a hug towards your chest. Maybe a couple rocks side to side. Massaging the low back. Maybe happy baby for a moment. And eventually, whenever you are ready, you can start to make your way into Shavasana, to a nice, comfy place to spend a few moments. Whatever that is going to look like for you today. Allow your body to breathe without any effort from you. Notice what happens to your breath when your body breathes only as much as it needs to. to stay still. And take a deeper breath in and out. And slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Taking another deeper breath in and out. And maybe reaching your arms above your head for a nice big stretch. Eventually bending your knees and rolling over to one side. And finding your way up into a comfy seat. Closing your eyes one last time. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart. Take one more deep breath in and let it go. Awesome practice, you guys. Thank you for being here. I will see you again tomorrow. Namaste.